That was my road record account of streaming while being muted. Thank you, little joke we do around here in the speedrun community. That was actually a new world record. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you all for showing up to my all new world record attempt. I've been training very hard for this day. I was talking so fast that the sound actually did not reach the mics. Welcome in, it's a Scuff RTA and I think I'm setting new records for that. Now, I know a lot of you have been eagerly awaiting this day, which is why I want to, give some time to the presses to be able to ask the questions they've been wanting to ask for today. Because of course, as most of my joke, I was not actually going for Scuff RTA today. Though I am happy to break the sound barrier. Now, allow me to, one moment, fix that, spread some of you journalists out a little bit. Joe, we were talking about doesn't have enough art. Well, maybe with the speedrun attempt, we'll see about that. But why will I choose Blumaro? Well, that's a good question. First, I suppose I should explain to everybody, well, I'm sure you wouldn't be in the audience if you weren't sure what kind of speedrun I was doing here today. Of course, I'm going for the hotly contested, perhaps most competitive speedrun category of all time. Naturally, being Neopets Dailies any percent. Yes, yes. And I know that like a lot of you guys came out here today, and I want to give, you know, the press a moment to talk, so allow me please to... Yes, hello, I'm Joanna with the Daily Slug. Thank you so much for giving us some time today and for allowing me to be in the front of the presses. Now, some are already calling this the greatest feat of all speedrunning of all time. But surely it hasn't been easy getting there. How are you feeling? Well, I'm very glad you asked. Well, of course, I have been feeling quite nervous today. You know, despite all the training. Oh, thank you, Raiders. Welcome in. It's been a very long road getting here because we know this very competitive category. And it's also a difficult category. Because as some of you may know, you only get the chance to practice once a day. That's right, Daily's category, it's a one-time try, which means that over the course of the past year, I've only been able to put in 284 attempts. But you know, I am somewhat confident that I will be able to make it work. What went wrong during the match? When will you resign as a trainer? Oh, I don't think I could become a trainer before I'm able to set the record. Thank you very much for the answer. Thank you very much. Now, I did hear that the devs have updated the game recently. Has this impacted the categories and how you think your chances will be for today? Thank you for the wonderful question. Thank you. It is true, the devs have indeed updated the category recently and not for the best. You see, the general shop skip has been removed. As we all know, the shop skip allowed us to skip one of the screen transitions by going to the shops category and straight to general score. But with the shop skip removed, we actually have to add in 2 clicks. And as this is a always online category, those extra 2 clicks, they're gonna make it count. You might be aware that I'm going to try to go for sub 1 minute for the first time ever today. And those 2 clicks, well, they might make it very tight. And the saddest thing is, I think this is the devs actually trying to play against me specifically. Because when I looked up the data on the previous, you know, update, it seems they have erased it from the Wayback Machine. They're trying to, you know, hide the fact that they have nerfed this category specifically to thwart my attempt today, which is awfully very naughty of those dang devs. Very naughty. Joanna's sounding a little out of breath. You should answer a question slower. Well, I suppose I should, you know, give her a little bit more time to go back and forth then. Well, back to you, Joanna. Thank you. Well, of course, it's a real shame to hear that the devs are working against you today. But I heard it's not just the devs working against you. It's even nature that's really looking kind of rowdy today. Things have been a bit stormy. How do you feel about the tides affecting your performance today? I've heard that the tides in the ocean, the heavy rain, might actually go on to affect your time. That's right. The tides are awful today. I want some water. Yes. Allow me to take a sip of my drink. The tides have not been looking good today. Heavy tides have been affecting my internet connection, and as we know, this is an always online category, which will make it really tough to get a good score today. Miss Van der Zee, Urskol from Fitness Ban. What do you say about allegations of foul play and performance-enhancing substances? Only my opponents have been taking those. I would only drink Speedy Slug branded gamer subs. Nothing too performance-enhancing. Thank you. Back to the presses. Thank you very much, Miss Van der Zee. So, I know you've been working very hard. What has your training... 1 second, let me take a sip of my drink. And maybe I should take some extra training. What's your training regime been like lately? You know, it's a tough rec category, so... with all this competition, what is putting you above the rest of them? Back to you, Miss Van der Zee. Yes, the training. Well, like I said, one of the biggest hurdles for daily 90% is the fact that you can only attempt it once per day, which makes training very difficult. So I've been doing a lot of imagination training, a lot of visualization, thinking of what will happen, a lot of planning, making my spreadsheets, thinking which different sections would go to best, because we know RNG is a big proponent. You don't want Wheel of Misfortune, because Wheel of Misfortune is 3 clicks, whereas Wheel of Excitement or Wheel of Mediocrity is only 2 clicks. Which is, you know, it's all for RNG, and if we get Misfortune RNG, then it will be quite misfortunate. Miss Van der Zee, what did you say about the accusation that you and Miss V are in fact the same person? Get this reporter, get this reporter out of the room. This is off topic for the speedrun, and a crazy kind of accusation. Spreadsheets? Yes, of course. I've been making many spreadsheets during Ars Magica. Lots of visualization training. Okay, my speedrunning. Neopets dailies, any percent. Very competitive. And I think I might be the one to get the first sub 1 minute. They aren't even both the same height. Exactly. So it's absolutely impossible we could be the same person. There have been rumors of bones being used to manipulate world record attempts due to their powers to stop time. What do you have to say on that? Well, I'm sure that the people on the speedwrapping archives will be able to see any illegitimate ones submitted by the Bone Lord. I have no concerns about this at all. Exactly. No. Me and Miss V are 2 different people, as you can tell, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get interviewed like this. That would be very silly. What do you say against the allegations that multiple knives were thrown at your opponent's set? Are you aware of this? Hey you! You may have to leave. Never seen the same room. That's just the camera angles. Miss V is right in front of me. Miss Van der Zee, do you feel no guilt making Miss V work on her birthday? Oh, actually, let me go back to Miss V for this one. Yes. I have no problems working on my birthday. In fact, I'm very proud of my job. I worked on my birthday last year, and I'm happy to cover such an incredible event as this. We don't see this kind of attempt. You know, this is a once in a century, maybe once in a millennia kind of occasion, and it will be a miss to my great reputation as star reporter to miss out on this. It's mysterious that you're both out of breath. I'm just out of breath for the great excitement this opportunity is giving me, because this kind of coverage it's you know, being able to be on the front row of a scoop like this, it's gonna launch my career into the stratosphere. Thank you. We'll be hiring college jobs to check on the one to ensure legitimacy. I'm sure that after this one will be established, there will be many a YouTuber making, you know, documentary movies about it, because I think, you know, the sheer amount of history to this category, the sheer amount of effort, the strategizing, the spreadsheets, the amount of work that's go into it, I'm certain that they will all be clamoring for the footage I'm gonna be taking today. Because this is one for the books, baby. This is one for the books. Yes, of course, Something Salt will absolutely make a documentary. Absolutely, absolutely. Back to the interview though, of course. Miss Van der Zee, what do you think your odds are of going sub 1 minute despite the adversity you are facing in terms of, well, everything? The devs nerfing the run, the tides being against your favor, the fact that, you know, your internet connection is a little bit shaky today. How are you feeling about actually getting it? Thank you very much for the question. I, of course, am a little bit nervous. I'm of course a little bit nervous, despite all the dev changes. But despite all the dev changes, I am feeling better than ever, and that is, of course, because there's the anniversary update, and I believe the anniversary update will actually compensate for a lot of the issues and a lot of the speedrun nerfs that we have been looking at lately. Because with the anniversary update, an extra quest has been added every single day. And considering we still only need to do 5 dailies, that means we can skip a quest. Which means if we have a rather misfortunate quest, well, we have more options. In fact, if we are a bit lucky, we might even be able to do a very rare customization skip. That's right, that's right. Oh my! A whole customization skip! Now, we don't hear it every day. I've heard it in the past. This category is kind of tricky, exactly because of the RNG. Could you inform the rest of us a little bit about why this customization skip is so valuable to this run? Thank you for asking. Of course, the customization skip is huge, and in this Neopets Daily Any% Speedrun community, we have been looking for the customization skip for years. Thanks to the RNG and the fact that you can only do it once a day, the customization skip is vital. Customization, out of all the possible dailies you can get, is by far the slowest daily. You see, you don't just have to do 1, 2, 3 clicks to get to the customization menu. The customization menu is also laggy, at which point you have to do 1, 2, 3 more clicks to get your customization on your Neopets, and that's on top of the fact that you might actually have to reload the screen. So many runs these days have to die on top of the customization screen, because you are easily spending a minute in there, you know, picking the best head for your Neopet, and it is killer, it is killer. 3 whole clicks, 6 clicks combined. What glitches will I be using? Will the controversial multiple browser glitch be among them? Now, as we all know, the N% category asks that the tabs are not pre-opened. One must open the tabs as you play, which means I cannot do a multiple browser glitch. Unfortunately, I wanted to do shop skip. Shop skip, of course, being going to the shop stack and straight to the general store. But unfortunately, Neopets has removed the shop tab, which means shop skip has been completely eliminated from the game. Which means that, well, this is the first time I'm trying a new route, basically. I have to do some different routing, and there is a little bit of a hiccup that I'm a little bit concerned about, unfortunately. Concerned, you say? You are, what is it? What could you possibly be concerned about? Like, on top of all of these dev changes. Well, you see, I was practicing yesterday, and there was an awful hindrance when I thought I was getting very close to the first sub 1 minute run. It turned out that Waffle was disabled. We had a big Waffle incident where, because the games didn't load, my route did not longer work. I thought I was gonna go for the customization glitch, but due to the fact that Waffle was down, I had to skip the daily game and go back to customization. Really threw my routing off schedule. Miss Van der Zee, have you accepted any sponsorships, perhaps from any rat-based restaurants? I have indeed accepted sponsorship from Joanna's Rat Restaurant. If you are in the future post-nuclear fallout, that is apparently the best place to get yourself a Brahman burger or some gecko on a stick. What is my favorite Neopet? It is, of course, the Akara. Thank you for asking. Now, somebody asked me if I was gonna do the Bloomaroo stat. And now, Bloomaroo stat is a little bit controversial. It is frame perfect, which means that I will not be using Bloomaroos today. And it has also been actually supplanted by Baby Buzz. As we all know, traditional Baby Buzz has less frames during customization, whereas Bloomaroo has to like load in the tail, which means that these days Baby Buzz is the, generally considered best meta for this. Hi Omega, hi. How many C-bonds on the wheels have been set up to help the world record attempt? Thank you for asking. Of course, there are 10 C-bonds on the wheel today to make sure the stream stays up. If you may, what are you saying about the allegations of you living a double life? That is crazy, I mean the double life between being a speedy slug speedrunner and also being one of the prime representatives of the Totally Rad restaurant. I suppose in that sense, I am living a double life. Are you aware that your opponents in this world record against are some people and a dog that apparently have followed someone named Joe in the wasteland? I have heard Dogmeat has attempted this score, but I hear Dogmeat is using a Gellert, and we know that Gellerts are not really optimized these days. They've completely fallen out of the meta, so I have no worries about Dogmeat taking the high score. I got a Bone or the Burger pamphlet discount at the entrance. I think I might skip Slug offer. Well, that's okay, but remember to use code SpeedySlug at checkout when you go to the restaurant for 10% off. Now, let me take a sip of my water. What is this crazy speed? Well, of course, it is Neopets Daily's any percent. It's what we've been training for a whole year. All enough, and I think I might be able to do it. I think it's possible. I'm feeling good. Miss Van der Zee, do you happen to know the status of Joe 1.0 and whether or not she's been consumed by 2.0? I cannot comment on Joe 1.0 locations, as I am not Joe 1.0. I'm sure she's enjoying a nice vacation on a tropical beach right now and or a lovely farm upstate. I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Oh, hold on, it seems like some news has come in. One moment. This is just in. Opponent named Katja apparently just died due over radiation after eating a rat on a stick deluxe. Do you have any comments on this? Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I have no comments on my opponent Katja, who has died from over radiation. I actually thought she would die from getting shot in the back by Tycho, which I have not planned into my attempts. I cannot, as much as I respect my opponents, I suppose I respect Katja for finding the Baby Buzz skip. The community, is very grateful to all her efforts she has, provided the Neopets Daily any percent speedrunning community. But I cannot, confirm or deny any allegations. What will you do should you fail to meet the record? If I fail to meet the record, I'm afraid I will have to retire from speedrunning forever. I spent every single penny in my budget holding this conference today, as well as all my sponsorships are on the line. If I don't get a sub 1 minute, I'm afraid I will be broke and out on the street, and I will have to get a job that isn't Speedy Slug Speedrunners. It's the entire business hangs on this. So if I don't get it today, I'm afraid I'm gonna be poor and homeless, and I'm gonna have to retire forever. I'm sorry. The pressure is really high today. The pressure is really, really high. Miss Van der Zee, what about defending your hide and sneak record? I'm afraid that if I fail today, somebody else will have to take the hide and sneak record too. It's really all or nothing. I contacted Red Bull. I think they're currently in the crowd. Let me confirm actually. That is right. Behind this big scene of reporters, there is a Red Bull van waiting with a big satellite disc saying that they will offer Joanna van der Zee a major Red Bull sponsorship. But they also said they will impound every single thing she owns if she doesn't make the 1 minute. It is dire straits out there. Back to you. Oh boy, this is a tough one. Red Bull has several buns in the bungeons at gunpoint. So I think I have no choice. It's all or nothing. We have to get sub one minute. Let's hope the tides are in our favor. What are my thoughts on my competitors suddenly and mysteriously losing their bones? Surely would affect their ability to perform to the best of their ability. If anything, I think that's only gonna make my competitors stronger. If the competitors lose the bones, I think I can finally take them seriously as a real opponent. As you may see, all the Bone Lord's minions are at the bottom of the leaderboard. They don't even come close on effect of the bonusness. Oh, it seems there's a question for Joanna. One moment. It seems that one of you is asking me to stop running around as it might affect my quizzes. Well, as you can see, the crowd is a little bit rowdy. Because of all the pushing and shoving, I keep getting pushed to the bottom of the screen, so I have to clamber my way back up every time I want to ask a question. It's really demanding out here today. I have to do what I can. Yes, indeed, Red Bull has come to play with a gun, and they are threatening to take the kneecaps off. Oh my god! Even me! Well, luckily I have already given up my kneecaps, so they won't be able to grab it. Bondhead is not blunt damage. We're in real danger. It's true. It's dire straits today. A lot is hanging on this world record attempt. Back to you. Oh. Excuse me. It seems there was a little hiccup in the television broadcasting station. Can we ask the other reporters to stop shoving? It's too wild. This is the record of the century and everybody wants to get the scoop. Joanna seems to favor this Joanna reporter. I have been taking questions of you guys. I am taking questions of you all. It seems that Joanna may have hijacked the airways, so that she's the only one on screen, however. There have also been allegations lately that you've been seen at the Wasteland casinos, gambling and selling your Seaborn followers to the casino hours. What is my response? My response is that this obviously has nothing to do at all with my daily Neopets Daily Any Percent one. I don't see. Next question. Do you have anything to say about the assassination attempt at you by a group of Bone Lord minions? Absolutely horrible. I hope the perpetrators are caught soon. Something makes me think that Joe and Joanna are both caffeinated. Well, of course, we are sponsored after all. Use code Joanna for 10% off at checkout. As a proper speed runner, Speedy Slug speedrunners is always hyper caffeinated. Miss Van der Zee, are you prepared to provide the mouse click logs? Now, I have been recording the logs, but I will only be revealing them to the Speedrun archive. Because I do not want the rest of you tampering with them. But I suppose I could put my hand up so I can see my clicking during the game. And the Eurostoria guy on the left. Oh, Mr. Wondam, let's check in with you then. We have another question from the crowd. Aren't you scared that you'll be overcaffeinated with the shakes and might misclick? I'm a little bit nervous that I might misclick, it's true. This is the first time in a while. Well, of course, you guys have been there through all my training. But it's been the first time, that I'm going to be using this new route. And it is going to be right for the World Record attempt, because I do not believe we're going to be able to get this chance to do an anniversary customization double skip anytime soon. So it has to be now, it has to be never, before a Red Bull kills all my loved ones. Thank you for answering that question, Miss Van der Zee. Which one of the microphones is your favorite? Out of all of these, it is of course the yellow one, because yellow is my image color. So naturally, the yellow microphone is my favorite of all the microphones. And of course, I'm willing to show my hand clicking the mouse. It's proof of my integrity. I would never cheat in a category as long in history as Neopets Daily's any percent. We've noticed that all of your mini-Joes before your arrival were all prepared to run for the speedrun, except for the one that was eating Doritos at the top of right of the corner of the screen. Do you feel like this mini-Joe will bring your team down during this run? I believe this mini-Joe will do just fine on the hamster wheel, because the Doritos will, of course, provide extra energy. So I believe it won't be a problem. I thought it would be the purple microphone. The purple microphone is in fact very good as well, but I believe that as a speedy slug, I must rep my image color naturally. Miss Van der Zee, any plans on accepting the record-breaking sponsorship of the Food Burger Deluxe? I told Food Burger Deluxe to take me off their mailing list and to stop sending me emails. I'm not taking the sponsorship for Food Burger. I'm sending my lawyers. Says the microphone is my favorite, constantly uses black. I am facing all the microphones. All of them are being picked up. Don't you worry about it. Who is a speedy slug? Do they have kneecaps, and how fast can a slug go? Excellent questions. Of course, I am the speedy slug. I do not have kneecaps, and I go pretty fast for a slug. Demetorius, thank you for the resub. It will go towards the world record. Kenshiro from thank you for the question, Kenshiro from Fist of North Star Starlight. Is it true that you're going to steal everybody's bones? Yes. Yes, it's true. Is it true that the speedy slug can do a barrel roll? I am in fact capable of barrel rolling. But of course we know that barrel rolling has been banned from Neopets Any Percent Daily. The Any Percent Daily barrel roll caused too many crashes, meaning that it had to be taken away, unfortunately. What about flapper burgers? Do you consider this a possibility? I will consider it. Actually, no hesitation, of course. The barrel roll will be utilized in different speedruns, of course. Miss Van der Zee, why is the Speedy Slug logo one-eyed? Is that not a different slug? It is a slug as seen from the side. I made it myself, as graphic design is actually one of my passions outside of speedrunning. A question for Miss V. Oh, question for Miss V. Let's check on back to Miss V then. Yes, a question for me. Thank you, #1 Joanna fan. Thank you for making me your #1 Kamioshin. You shouldn't lie about questions in the middle of an important interview, though. Actually, speaking of questions, you mentioned about some of the banned glitches. Wasn't there another glitch that was banned recently? I don't believe you've brought it up yet. That is right. The devs have recently taken away the ability to do the infamous banned glitch that was quick redeeming the dailies. Now, in the past, you could quick redeem the dailies by clicking them all in one go, and in that sense, doing 4 dailies at once while only taking one of the pop-up screens. Now, this caused a lot of crashes in the game, sometimes making the final daily reward completely irredeemable. Now, it seems the devs have completely taken away the way to take out the quick redeem. So this is one of the glitches we won't be using today, though in most categories it was banned already. Is it time for the daily civil war against YouTube bans? There will be no civil war during the speedrun attempt. What is my response to the accusation that I'm the #1 fan of Minions? The Minions aren't sponsoring me today, so I cannot confirm or deny these accusations. Well, not affirm or deny. Okay, since we have a couple questions going in, so let me ask them 2 at a time. Were you also sponsored by Doritos, or did they choose not to endorse? And as well, will you be using the dual mouse click stat? And we also understand that your pit crew has been attempting civil war against other. Will that affect the one? And are any of these concerns? As well, are the bunch and buns watching the race on the TV usually used for medication? Oh boy, that's a lot of questions in one go. Oh, thank you. Thank you for summarizing them so efficiently. 1. Doritos is not sponsoring the one today. I just like Doritos. 2. I will be using the dual mouse click stat because we both need to use the left and the right buttons to get around as quick as possible. Will I be bunny hopping? Yes, constantly. The pit crew is attempting civil war. I believe it might cause some strain on the internet connection, so I hope the civil wars will be subdued. Are the bunches buns watching this race on the screen for education? Yes. Every bun in the bunchen has obligatory watching tonight, as this is a very important part of the re-education process. Some speedrunners are saying that bonus speedruns give an unfair advantage. Do you have a response for your fellow runners? If you think you suck because you have bones, then I will move them for you. What do you mean unfair advantage? I will move them for free. It's not unfair if everybody has access to it. Just give me your bones. Or get good. Is there any chance the kidnapped buns might be able to free themselves? No. Never. Thank you. Well, this has been a very, very enlightening Q&A session. Are the rumors about you using the bones you've donated for your own personal purposes instead of public benefit? I believe Joanna von der Zee has commented on this many a time. Of course, they're used for both. We all know this already. Did Joanna just kidnap her own bones for publicity? No. As head of the propaganda section, that sounds silly. That doesn't... cut that out. Cut the feed on that one. We're editing it. We're taking it off the air. Yeah, okay. Might need to sit down. I think we're good on the interview portion, or at least the pre-interview for the one today. Let's go back to Joanna von der Zee with her world record daily any percent Neopets speedrun. Thank you very much. And thank you, Joanna V. Let's get to gaming. Let's go. Okay, welcome in all gaming bugs to the one, the only world records Neopets Daily any percent. It is time to lock in. Now, as you can see, we have the game ready. The splits are open. I'm actually out of breath, so don't worry about it. And there's no reason for me to be out of breath. After all, I did no running or anything like that. Back and forth. I miss Joanna. Joanna will be doing the post-run interview. So you'll get to see her a little bit more. But for now, we have to look in. As I said, I will show you guys the hand movements as a gesture of goodwill to show that all runs were done legitimately. I'm all rested. I feel like I've been more rested before speedrun attempt. But it's okay. As we all know, the first part, timer starts. The second, the next tab is opened. So, starting our attempt for now, we have warmed up, it's true. We're gonna take a look at all the different dailies we have today. So, we have a lot of the standard ones. We've got Groomer-Pad, Feeder-Pad. Both standard and both very good starts. Groomer-Pad, Feeder-Pad, very fast. You love to see it in your dailies. Now next we have purchase an item. But you may see it's 2 items. Now this is not the worst RNG we could have had. Because at times you might have to purchase 3 items, but of course we would have rather had the 1 item spawn rather than the 2 item spawn on this daily. A little bit unfortunate, but we'll be able to deal with it. It adds maybe 3 seconds extra to the overall one, so it might, that means that this run is inevitably gonna have room for improvement. Speaking of room on improvement, we have the misfortune of having the Wheel of Misfortune. As I mentioned before, the Wheel of Misfortune is extra clicks compared to the Wheel of Mediocrity or the Wheel of Excitement, because you have to go 1 extra screen into the woods. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. We are still looking for wheel skip strats, but we have not found them yet. Now, we also have Play a Game. Now, hopefully, if the Neopets dev site is no longer nerfing the ruffle, what we'll be doing is doing a quick game, because the final option we have is customize a pet. And as we all said, we want to do customize a pet. We want to do the customize skip. Customize skip is what we're looking for. And luckily, because of the anniversary, we will be able to skip the customization, because as you can see, we only need to do 5 dailies to get the full daily rewards. Now, 1 starts the second we open the next tab, 1 ends once the daily reward has been claimed. Now, gotta do a big stretch. Get ready. Now here's the most important part of the one. We're doing the visualization. If you've ever seen somebody fixing, fixing like a Rubik's Cube, this is the observation periods when we're planning out a strategy. So what we're probably gonna want to do is a 2 Neopets click, 2 explore, 1 game, which is a pretty standard one if you get good RNG. So we're gonna go Haunted Woods, Neopia, and then probably we're gonna do the dress up game. I was thinking of Cash Basher, but Cash Basher has been having a slow load time lately. So hopefully, now I think our biggest hurdle today, actually with the rowdy weathers and the waves outside, will be the load times on playing the game. Playing the game might take a while to load in, so here's our fingers crossed that things will go well. Here's fingers crossed, things will go well. Happy birthday! It's not my birthday, it's Joanna's birthday. You'll see her again later. Now, here we go. Here we go. Have to get sub 1 minute, or I have to retire from speedrunning forever. Are you ready? Deep breaths. And start the clock. Okay, we're doing double open, opening game room. Opening double Neopia. Okay, open. 1 click, 2 click, games, classic, map, Neopia, map. Haunted Woods, back to Neopia, going to the general store. Haunted Woods, going back into the deserted firegrounds. Next, feeding, next. Oh, this one didn't open. Bad luck, that's bad RNG. We're gonna be grooming. Next, first buy. Desert to the wheel of misfortune. Second buy, wheel of misfortune. Okay, we're going well. Game step, game spec. We want to have future popular game fashion feature. Here we go. Starving, grooming. Let's go. Has the game loaded in? Game is loading in. Second buy, done. Wheel of fortune, spinning. Here we go. Playing the game. This could be it. Okay, start game. End game. Send score. Score is sent. Refresh. Could it be? It's time to redeem the rewards. We can do redeem skip. Here we go. It's coming. Time's coming up. And time. We have switch screens. That's unusual. I didn't think I'd be on screen again. It seems we did not go sub 1 minute. Well, I was a bit slow stopping this clock. It appears I'm gonna have to retire from speedrunning forever. It's never been so over. Well, it is a world record, and it is an improvement on the previous one. It's not what I was going for. I'm sorry. Oh, this is rough, but I'm gonna have to go back to the press conference. Now we hate to see it. We hate to see it. I didn't think it could go so badly. How are you feeling after it's all over? This is a tough one, not gonna lie. I put all my bets on this one. The Wheel of Misfortune and the Misclick really the extra delay on the groom, it didn't help. Having a double purchase. Terrible RNG. While this may be a new record overall, it's not the record I was going for. The restaurant was the collateral. I'm sorry, you guys. We lost the restaurant. So over our chances of franchising the restaurant, but we'll still have each other to stay warm. I'm sorry. I thought I could do it. And while I do, I have the world record, and the world record has been beaten by 20 seconds. It is not what we were going for, and unfortunately Red Bull will be taking everything. Red Bull will it's all gone. It's all gone. I see Red Bull in the back there, and yep, they're that's right. There they go. They're taking everything. Red Bull is taking everything. The buns are at gunpoint, so anybody who tries to fight back will be shot. Please don't try to battle them. It is too late. We're working for Red Bull now, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. They're taking the wings. This is truly a disaster. They've changed our handmade sign to Red Bull in the restaurant. I can see them writing over the sign. They're changing it up. Oh, what terrible news. Red Bull is the new owner of this stream. Horrific. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible indeed. What about us Bunch and Buns? The Bunch and Buns will be let out, and we'll all just live under a little shack. Stay warm together in the cold. And we'll just have to deal with the consequences, you know. I was hoping this could have been the victory lap, and we could have a you know, I guess I did get world records. I suppose I did get world records, but it is what it is. Indeed. Do you have any words of victory for having set the world record, even though Red Bull is now taking all the hamburgers out of the kitchen? You should have never made that bet. That should be sub 1 minute. You should have just gone for the world record instead. Why did you do it? I know. I should have never done it. I am happy to be the new world record holder of Neopets Daily 80%, but we had the Fist of the North Light start. I won't be too hard on you, thank you. The gambling addiction, it was a terrible mistake. You won't be liquidated to pay off the debts. What are they gonna do? Throw salt? I hear they're taking out blenders. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this. I don't know. Can you guys ever forgive me? Or will I have to make another apology video? Oh man, this was not how I expected my day in the limelight to go. Oh man. Oh man, indeed. Ah, you should have done this on a day when the tides were better. I'll get the ukulele. The Twitlonger is already on its way. Oh, wait, what's this? I'm getting. Hold on. We've got news incoming. We've got news incoming. 1 second. What is it? Is it still more terrible things to tear me down? What woes could there possibly be? It seems that Red Bull is willing to compromise. It seems that Red Bull is willing to compromise as long as they are allowed to keep the Red Bull sign up in the shop for at least 2 Fallout streams. They're willing to strike a deal. They're willing to strike a deal. The buns in the dungeons are allowed to go back to the dungeon. It seems things might be okay. It seems things might work out. It's okay. Okay, they're in the back. They're striking a deal with Red Bull right now. The dungeon buns are allowed back in the dungeon. They are no longer recognizing them as Red Bull labor. It seems the buns are free again. Free to go back to the dungeon. And it seems that okay. The details of the deal are coming in. 1 Red Bull sign in the restaurant, it seems. And it's also... Oh dear, you're not gonna like this. What is it? What could it be? What? It seems that Speedy Speedrunners has to rebrand into Speedy Bull Speedrunners. This is part of their terms and conditions. You're not allowed. The whole speedrunning team has to rebrand, and they're willing to let you keep the palace. But all of the speedrunning team, all the buns, all the Joros, they have to be rebranded into bulls, I'm afraid. That can't be! But I just finished making the logo! This is bull slug. We have to be sea bulls, but those don't even exist. Wait. Umiyushi. Sea. That means sea. Sea cow. Or sea bull. Could it be a loophole? Could it be a loophole? The lawyers are discussing it right now. To see if Speedy Bulls could be Speedy Umiyushi. Sea Bulls being sea slugs. Could be true. The lawyers are fighting it, and oh! It seems that Red Bull is throwing a chair. At our lawyers. This is definitely gonna be a lawsuit. Oh dear. Oh, you guys. You should be happy you don't get to see what happened over there. Oh, there goes the snack table. Is that the condiments? Oh, the bowl of crisps is going everywhere. Oh, it's an all-out brawl. Oh, I can hardly stand to watch it. Very, very bad publicity on Red Bull's part, I'm afraid. Oh, they are mad as a bull. Oh, bull in a porcelain shop over here. Oh, did they? Oh, it's too gruesome to describe. Oh dear. They did not like the sound of that loophole. Well, that is wild. Oh, it seems we've got a raid in the middle of the giant fight. Welcome in, raiders. I am actually about to say, Buns always ask for civil war, so maybe the raiders coming in from Roro might want to join us. Because I think this is the time we raise our torches. We raise our hockey sticks. While they are not looking, we can take them down. They're busy throwing the table. They can point the guns at all of us. In we go. Here we go, everybody. Rise up, raiders. Rise up, buns. We are taking them down. We will not be speedy bulls. We are speedy slugs. Rise up, buns. Rise up, hockey pucks. You come at a great time. I will lead you to war! To war! Bring the guns, bring the torches, bring the hockey sticks, bring the nukes, everybody! March! March! All of the reporters are on our side. I have scrambled the propaganda department. We are ready to take back what's ours. We're not giving the restaurant to anybody. War! War! Well, it's a beautiful sight from here. You guys can't see it, but the press area... Oh boy, that place is a mess right now. But it does seem that... I think we're gonna keep the palace. I think the palace is gonna survive. It might be a little burned down, but you know, this is the one time I'm letting you guys do that. Take your torches, we can always rebuild after this, and then maybe another year I can still get that sub 1 minute. And I can renegotiate the sponsorship with Red Bull. For now, we release the Kraken and show them the true reason why sea wins over land every time. Am I okay? Of course I'm okay. It's just you know, lots of fighting over here. I was busy brawling for a second, you know, having to lead everybody in the middle of this war. It's very, very exhausting, but it seems we are winning. It seems we can do this. Things are finally looking up. It seems there can be a happy ending. This is Joanna V, human reporter, reporting on the speedrun record of the century, nay, the millennia. Over and out. Thank you very much. And as it seems I don't have to retire from speedrunning forever yet, I think I might be able to do this again sometimes. Thank you for supporting the speedrunning career. I think the sponsorship with Red Bull fell through, but this is not the end of Speedy Slug speedrunners. See you next time, Speedy Slugs. This is a Bombay. Thank you. Thank you for all the gift subs. I mean, I was just gonna end it here, but if you guys still wanna do karaoke, I don't mind. I'm just kind of out of breath. I was just gonna go to Jonsen afterwards, but if you guys wanna do like an archived karaoke, I'm down for it. Just give me a second to set things up. Okay, one moment. It'll just be a short one, okay? Just give me a second to make another waiting room for the YouTube site.